podcasts right.
That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right!
All right, Chad, how we doing tonight? On this, third, fourth day of Kwanzaa, something like that? Hope we're all doing good. Enjoying ourselves a nice Kwanzaa celebration. I know I am. All right. So, watch some stuff. Here's something a little bit heartwarming, a little bit uplifting. Let's get into Windows Capture here. All right, so this is a tweet. Who the fuck is this from? Courtney Holland. Okay. If we can't work, he can't work. The owner of Brita and Bailey restaurant in the Los Angeles suburb of Covina, California, blocked a health inspector's car with his truck in protest after the health inspector fined him for people eating outside. You can't even eat outside. Fucking, yeah, the health inspector deserved a lot worse than being blocked with a truck. Maybe substitute another word with a truck. You know, another verb with a truck is probably what this person deserved. So let's go ahead and watch this video.
Oh yeah, I'm blocking his ass. Yeah, because he wants to come in here and say no one can work, so he can't work either.
Where do you work?
Bread and barley, right there.
Are you, what's his brother?
I'm Carlos Roman.
The owner of Bread and Barley? Okay. So you're the owner of Bread and Barley, right? So this guy's saying that you can't work?
Yes. Health department.
The house department?
Yeah, he decided to come today and take pictures of people outside and say that you gotta fine us and we can't work out here. So if we can't work, he can't work.
Okay, can you do me a huge favor?
I'm with my truck. Better get your supervisor out. Get John fucking Curly out. Because I ain't using my truck.
The chief is not coming.
Someone's coming. I'm not moving.
We're talking to him already. He's not coming. But so that traffic can get through, can move it forward.
This is what happens
He's not
when
gonna go
people
anywhere.
get desperate.
He's not going to go
I'm desperate.
Okay, he's not
Who's gonna pay her car payment? Who's gonna pay my cook's rent?
Listen, I will get
Him?
a supervisor out here for you, but just so it's not hard on us, the traffic can go through.
I
Can
want
you
it to
move
be
your
hard
truck
on
forward?
everyone. I want everyone to see how hard this shit is.
Good for you,
Everyone
buddy.
that wants to come out here and eat, they can. Everyone that wants to drive down Citrus and visit one of the restaurants, but they can't. This guy needs to know how hard it is. That's what he needs to know. You're out here enforcing, doing your job. Did you get a paycheck on Friday? Did you get a paycheck? My people don't. I
Yeah,
bet
fuck
got a
you,
paycheck,
buddy.
didn't you?
Rotten hell.
You're just doing your job, right? We're all in this together. When I go to the bank, do I tell the bank the health department said it's okay? The health department said I don't have to pay you. The health department said I can't make a living.
Hey, sir.
I can't make any money?
Sir.
No,
Is
fuck
that what
off,
I tell the
cunt.
bank?
Sir. Can you step up here for me, please?
What do I tell my employees? What do I tell my employees? He's out here enforcing it. You don't enforce a fucking rule without any consequences.
Sir.
There's consequences to everything in this world.
Can you come out over here, please?
There's consequences.
Sir.
Do you know the consequences? They can't pay their bills. Fuck me. This isn't about me. They can't pay their bills.
There's consequences to everything in this world. And what some of these health inspectors are going to, at some point, realize if this continues, is that they may be able to operate above the laws of the land, but they can't operate above the laws of physics. Now, that man was pretty restrained. He could have been doing something much more horrifying or disturbing to that man. Do you think he was physically intimidated by the little 90-pound fucking policewoman? I don't think he was. The little remaining shreds of his respect for the rule of law is the only reason those shitty government employees got to go home that night. So you understand how serious this shit is. You know, I've often said, you know, talking about traffic cops, because traffic cops are a very, very low form of life. Somewhere around pond scum. On the, you know, on the old evolutionary ladder. That, you know, it's all fun and games now to be writing somebody a $300 ticket.
Have you heard of Jesus?
They made a right turn on red. But would you really want to be doing that in the middle of a depression? Oh, what is this? Finnegan Chief is sending me more of this nonsense. Lifts her tail. My goodness, that's quite a loaf. But however shall I fit it in my oven? Crantus Colto, this loaf isn't ready for baking, my sweet. It has yet to rise. Lifts her tail. If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish it? Motherfucker. What are you sending me? What is this fucking nonsense? Richard Bechtel says, Hey, Beckloff, I was planning on arriving in your area on the 4th. Yeah, we'll get lunch or something. He says, I'll be giving you a belated Christmas present. Well, thank you very much. Hint, it's a gaming headset with a decent microphone. Well, that's not so much a hint as you just telling me what it is. But thank you very much for the present. Hopefully I won't be too retarded to use it. But I make no promises in that regard. Because I am very retarded. But no, I mean, the guy was, again, blocked her with a truck. Well, that's not necessarily the verb with a truck she deserved. So, you know, we'll see. Uh-oh. What Jennifer sent me? Something about the Amish. Well, the Amish do suck, so we're going to have to take a look at this. Finnegan Chief is making sure. I mean, look, if he keeps the super chats rolling, I'll just sit here and read this fucking nonsense all night. I don't give a shit. I mean, I don't care. What am I going to sit here and get mad? Like, well, you're not taking me seriously. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Like, imagine thinking that way. I'm trying to save the West, guys. Like, yeah, you want to throw money at me? I'll read fucking nonsense. I don't care. I'll read the fucking ad copy to Watching My Mom Go Black. Remember when we used to send that to everybody? Those are good times. Aging women are sexual beasts. Thank you. Good God. Okay, so here's a little Twitter back and forth. Somebody was responding to our good buddy Jennifer Dahl, actually. Okay, so we'll read this whole thing because it gets into somebody shitting on the Amish. So let's go ahead and read this whole thing. Let's just get back into Windows Capture. Here's our good buddy Jennifer Dahl, friend of the show. You should all check her out. She does great stuff. She tweets, people are like, adopt, don't shop, but then local shelters where I used to live get busted for buying dogs from a puppy mill in a third world country. Somebody responds, I really don't want to look up that term, but I'm going to. Strawberry Daiquiri. Hi, I live in Lancaster County. Get back to me when you look it up. I'm glad that no matter how much shit I've seen and heard, the little shred of innocence gets smaller because there's always something else. I'm very tired. Is Lancaster County framed for puppy mills then? Well, let me go back to the tweet she had sent me. The Amish are, do not get me started on the fucking Amish. Well, Strawberry Daiquiri, I don't know who this person is, but yes, you're absolutely right. The Amish are the ones that do the fucking puppy mills. Because the Amish are monsters that have no value for fucking life. Somebody said the health inspector was visited by a truck of protest instead of a truck of peace. I wish it was a truck of peace. I very much wish it was a truck of peace. I very much hope that health inspector does not see does not see 2022. I hope that health inspector doesn't see 2021. I hope that something happens to them in Minecraft. I'm probably still gonna get thrown the fuck off YouTube at some point for this sort of shit. Should is dreaming is you. Should is dreaming is not me. Okay, I am not Should is dreaming. It's not me. It genuinely is not me. But it is somebody else in Lancaster County. Holy shit. Holy crap, they go to Just Press Play. Do I know this fucking person? It's not me. I swear to Christ. Swear to Stack of Bibles, this is not me. I may have snuck my way back onto Twitter using my pen name for my soon-to-be fucking... What was their caption for this? Hang on, let's see. How do I get to... Somebody says, my local game store... This person, Strawberry Daiquiri, my local game store is open and very aggressive with containment measures. I'm very happy they stayed open all this time and even selling limited run games. Well, yes, they are. But yeah, they have... I guess I'll screen share it. Fuck it. Who cares? Go back into screen share. So he says, lives in Lancaster County, hates the Amish. No, you'd be amazed how many people hate the Amish out here. Like, probably most of us. It's just they fucking own the... but yeah, this is a sign that you'd see at the... at Just Press Play. Face mask required. It's kind of gay. But whatever, at least they're open. It's not me, though. It's not fucking me. I swear on a stack of Bibles. Does this person hate bacon? Are you fucking shitting me? This is a parody of me, then. What is this? No, this is not me. I'm not kidding. I swear. I swear to God it's not me. I love this tweet. Who is this person? This person's pretty fucking cool. It's not me. I'm not kidding. This tweet's fucking funny as shit. If I drew something like this, I'd get suspended. That's funny shit. But yeah, there's a lot more of us that hate the Amish in Lancaster County than you'd know. It's either a parody or Beck Love's Soulmate. Well, I don't know if this is a chick or a dude, so let's... Sorry, I'm responding to J-Dog here. No, I've snuck back onto Twitter using my my pen name for my books that'll be coming out, just so that, you know, when they're ready to publish, I can be like, oh, I have a Twitter presence, even though like nobody fucking follows me. You know, I think I tweeted like once on it, but I have it ready for, you know, when the time comes, I can start fucking pimping my shit a little bit, but not do it on here because I'm not gonna fucking. Somebody says this person says they love Bulbasaur. That's fucking weird. I swear to Christ it ain't me. I swear to holy Christ, my Lord and Savior, this Twitter account is not me. That's weird, though. Holy shit. as fuck. David Serini Sigma Supreme is not my pen name, no. Does this Twitter account work at a box factory? I don't know. I do not know, but it's not me. It's honestly not me. I still can't get back onto Twitter on fucking desktop. I managed to get onto it on my phone because I have a new phone since I've been since I've been banned from Twitter. I have a new phone, so I've been able to get, again, I set up one for the pen name. But yeah, I still haven't been able to get back onto it on the desktop because I mean, I'm sure there's ways around it, but I'm both lazy and retarded, so I haven't figured that out. You know, they IP banned me. I'm dangerous. Right? I'm dangerous. Can't have me running around. At this point, if you haven't been IP banned at least once on Twitter, like, does anything you say fucking matter? Like, clearly the powers that be don't think so. If you haven't been banned on Twitter at least once, you're just, you don't matter. Oh, man. Ugh. Hoping I get that damn writing project done this week. I should probably be working on that right now, but I'm not. I'm sitting here bullshitting with you guys. Because I just have that amazing fucking level of discipline. Oh, I should correct. Last night, you know, we were talking about Spoonie, and he was whining about fucking Ultima. I was talking about how I never fucking heard of Ultima, because I'm not a big fucking dork. But apparently, according to Forney, informs me that it's actually a really big deal. You fucking PC gamers. Well, back in the day, at least, I'm talking like 80s and 90s, there was a huge fucking divide between PC and console. In fact, when you go back into the 80s and all, there was actually a huge divide in what PC and console could do. Like, there were certain things PC could do very, very well, like PC gaming, the console just couldn't replicate, like the range of colors and shit like that. But at the same time, have you ever seen like when they tried to take a like just something as simple as a side scroller, like Mega Man or Mario, and translate it to PC, to DOS back in the day? It's fucking garbage. Like, it just won't fucking work. So he says Beckloff demonstrating that Protestant work ethic. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, yeah, I was talking about, and Forney informs me that Ultima was actually a very, very big deal. And it's funny, we were chatting after that about, like, I think somebody last night mentioned, you know, Spoonie didn't have religion, so he sort of turned these geek shit that he loved into a religion. And I get that these are things that were important to you and it touched your life, and, you know, you bond it with family members over it, and I understand that all completely. There's many fictional things that would fit that category for me. Again, I use Star Trek as an example because me and my dad bonded over that when I was a kid. You know, that was one of the things, that was one of the geek shit that he actually liked. You know, if anything, he got me into. But just like Spoonie mentioned last night, and I kind of talked about that, like, oh, he was reading Tolkien when he was, what did he say, like third grade or something? Which, it's fucking great, but, like, you also apparently never fucking internalized any of the fucking lessons of Tolkien. You know? Like, you know, I was a huge Spider-Man fan for a large portion of my life. Still love Spider-Man, even though they've kind of fucking run it into the dirt post One More Day. But, you know, imagine if I'd have spent so much fucking time reading fucking Spider-Man comics, and never internalized any kind of message of responsibility, and I fucking lived like the king of Canada. You know what I mean? One grift to another. Your mother paying your bills, you know, refusing to get a fucking job. You know, well, obviously I didn't pick up any of the you know, in that instance, obviously you didn't pick up the responsibility teachings of it. So it's just amazing how some of these people can obsess over this shit so much and not pick up any of the fucking lessons or insights these things could teach you. I'm often amazed with some of these shit libs that like all these superhero comics. Like, you know, I'm not the first to point this out, but there's something about the superhero genre that's downright fucking reactionary, just at its core. No, who the fuck's texting me? People texting me while I'm trying to do my fucking stream. It's terrible. If you don't believe in God, you'll make one out of something eventually. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of what it is. Lord knows Spoonie is that God-hating atheist shit. Spoonie has the theology of an angsty fucking 17-year-old. Frankly, Spoonie just sort of has the personality of an angsty 17-year-old. At the age of 40 now. Somebody's saying a lot of people crying over the Luke appearance. I guess you mean in Mandalorian. It's funny, Undertow was telling me that he found it sad just because, like, they had so wrecked Star Wars that it's like he didn't even care when Luke showed up. And I'm like, well, I didn't care, but that's because I don't give a damn about Star Wars. But I don't know, man. It's like, just don't fucking acknowledge the shit parts. Like, again, I like Star Trek. I'm never going to acknowledge Discovery or Star Trek Picard or Star Trek Lower Decks or any of this other fucking garbage. I'm not going to do it. I'm just simply never going to acknowledge a Star Trek show that aired after Enterprise. You know, that was the end of it, as far as I'm concerned. So he says, why hate something you don't believe in? Maybe deep down they do. Oh, of course they do. Of course they fucking do. A belief in a god of some sort is basically a human instinct. Like you're born basically believing in God. It's just encoded into us. Fucking course you do. So let's see. We should watch some goofy fucking cringe. We should watch some dumb fucking cringe. Let's see. So, there's a YouTuber, some basic bitch conservative, Mr. Reagan. He had a video a little while ago about how Donald Trump was the bad guy in Wonder Woman 1984, even though he wasn't. Because, you know, these uber political people will just see politics in everything, even when it's not fucking there. So we could watch that. That's 15 minutes. We could always just check out what Cooking with Jack is up to. And we could always just maybe look up some Wood Rocket. So here we are, Chad. So here's what we're going to do. If you want to watch a basic bitch conservative whine about a movie he probably didn't see and certainly didn't understand, press 1. If you want to watch Cooking with Jack, press 2. If you want to watch some Wood Rocket, press 3. So I'll give you all a minute. I know there's a delay. Somebody says hating God is just daddy issues taken to the extreme. I mean, pretty much. You know, I kind of feel like most people, when they're a teenager, they should maybe go through like a little time of questioning their faith, maybe go through an atheist or agnostic stage. You know, you as a teenager, you kind of got to go through that fuck you dad stage of theological development. I think it is something you legitimately should go through. Okay, so far we're getting a bunch of 2s. Oh, we got some couple 3s. Okay, so it's looking like mostly Jack. 5. That's not okay, y'all are kind of fucking this up. So we got some 4s and some 5s. That's a whole bunch of nothing. Couple of 1s. Oh no, somebody's voting multiple times. We only got 1. A 2. Wolf. Okay, so we got. I'm gonna say 2. Is what's winning here. It's looking like 2. It's looking like 2-1. All right, so we're gonna see if we can't find some Cooking with Jack to watch. We might go back to the other ones. Who knows? Let's see what Cooking with Jack is up to. All right. So okay, we watched this a while ago, but that video got deleted due to copyright. So do we want to watch chocolate dipped candy canes? Some of you may have already seen that with us, but we could watch it again. Nana's Christmas Lasagna is another one we could watch. We could also watch. I don't think we'll get through all this because it's almost an hour and a half. But Jack's got his hot takes on the Nashville bombing. We could maybe try and plow through that. So what do you think there, chat? Chocolate dip candy canes, Nana's Christmas lasagna, or Jack's hot takes on a recent terrorist attack? What do you think? So he's saying 4 equal Owen Benjamin. So he says just 420 blaze it. Okay, well, what's that? My dead relatives vote 3. Some people are saying the hot take. Some people are saying lasagna. Oh no, we got hot takes. Everybody wants the hot takes. Everybody wants to hear Jack's hot takes on the on the Nashville bombing. Okay, well, I do feel like this is probably going to be very, very boring, so we might duck out of it. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot. Jack's going to get to the bottom of this mystery. He's going to figure it out for us, Jack. We've got Detective Jack on the fucking case. All right, so this is Jack's hot take on the Nashville bombing for an hour and a half. All right,
so
in the back, his wife's just taking down Christmas decorations in the back. That's so depressing. Who the fuck wants this? Oh, god damn it.
I got Facebook Live and I got YouTube Live. You're all live. If you want to talk to me, join me on YouTube. That's where I sit and chat and get your comments. Sorry you don't like the title, but it's true. It's totally true. We ended the year. We're ending the year right now, and we had a bang yesterday. A pretty powerful bang I had. My cousin was literally could hear the explosion.
Okay, so real quick, I've actually heard some interesting shit. I've heard some people argue that this was a fucking false flag. I haven't seen the video. I know some people that swear there's fucking video of a little missile. What do you call it? Like from a rocket launcher, like a Stinger, I guess, hitting that fucking van, and that supposedly, I guess, this is where they had all the Dominion servers and shit, and this was a bunch of deep state people trying to wipe up some evidence and shit. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know if any of that's true. I sure as fuck wouldn't be surprised. I gotta say, the official narrative doesn't add up. I don't buy that this is some right-winger terrorist that's angry about 5G, because I don't buy a right-winger pulling shit on Christmas. It just seems out of whack. I certainly don't buy that it's a left-wing guy like Antifa, because they don't usually have the competence to pull off something like this. And so I will say this narrative people are saying right now, that does sort of fit the facts. but I don't know. So there's my hot take, chat. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I have to say I haven't paid a ton of attention to it because, you know, it's fucking holiday time. You know, fucking. I've devoted more mental energy in the last couple days to debating whether or not I want to open that Transformer toy somebody gave me, because it does look really nice in the box. I kind of want to display it that way, keep it in the box, mint in box. It's worth more that way. But I also legitimately want to open it out and fucking transform it. So honestly, that's what I've been more concerned about.
And could hear the recording coming from the car. So I want to give you, for those of you who aren't in the area and didn't watch the news or don't know what's going on, yesterday morning, Christmas morning, there was a vehicle that was driving around and a recording was playing. And this recording was saying,
it's so, why? I don't want to watch people take down Christmas decorations. It's fucking depressing. This guy's going on about a bombing while the thickness that stole Christmas is going on behind him.
there was a bomb in this car, it's going to explode. They did this for 30 minutes, for a half hour. My cousin could hear this.
So he says, what kind of transformer is it? It's a transformer that turns into the Ghostbusters car. It's so fucking rad. It turns into the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. I so want to take it out and fucking play with it. I'm not going to lie.
And you could hear gunshots on the speaker trying to alert people to evacuate. That to me is not trying to harm people, but it did go to our, if you've ever looked at Nashville, we're famous for the Batman building. It looks like Batman, but it's the AT&T building. It's got the two little pointed ears. I'm sorry you don't like the title, but it's the truth. Sorry, I spoke the truth. But you're here, aren't you? So anyway, it was pretty scary yesterday. I had a lot of friends, family in the area.
So he says, that sounds amazing. I might have the picture. Hang on a second. Is the picture still up here? Maybe it's still up here. Yeah, there it is. So this is some of what Santa brought me. So as you can see right there is the Ecto-1 Transformer chat. Also got a few Hallmark ornaments. And a big old hardcover coffee table book on the art and making of the X-Men animated series. Fun stuff. And there's some other shit I got, but that's some of the stuff I got specifically Christmas morning. But yeah, I'm so tempted to take that fucking... I'm so tempted to take that thing out of the box and transform it. I just want to transform it like once. Just like... It's cool as shit, man. But I don't know. It does display really nice in the box. I'm sort of also tempted to keep it in the box. But I'm sorry. Back to Jack's fucking hot take.
They could hear this recording, but it warned everybody with gunshots and evacuation warnings to leave the area for a half an hour. It gave everybody a half an hour to get out of the area before it blew, and then it drove into the AT&T building and blew. It blew the front of the building. So I don't know how high it went. I haven't seen photos up close. Me personally, I haven't. All the stuff I've seen are pictures of the RV or kind of the camper. I think it was a camper, wasn't it? They call it an RV, but it wasn't the RV. But anyway, it was a little discomforting. It was a little weird. We have so many questions. We don't know who did it. We don't know why it was done. We don't know why they were warning people. So here's my thoughts. I'm just going to give you my opinion.
Jack doesn't know fuck about anything here. How is he going to go on for an hour and a half?
But from what I've been told, and them warning people for a half hour to get out of the way, they weren't looking to take lives. That alone tells me
Thank you, Inspector Gadget.
That they weren't looking to have mass casualties. Okay, so they're warning for a half hour, gunshots for a half hour, and then the car blew. All right.
All right.
The other thing
Detective
is
Gorin on
they
the case here.
chose our downtown has been dead for such a long time, since March. Okay, our downtown Christmas morning, you can pretty much ensure that that area is going to be like a ghost town. All right, they chose a day that they pretty much knew people aren't in the offices. There's not going to be people downtown. There's not going to be people in that building. They chose that day. I don't know why. I didn't think this
Jack's
was
Cooking
to
did
hurt
it. That's
people.
right, Chad.
I think there are two things.
It
two
was a
thoughts I
chemical
have.
bomb
One,
made of party cheese salad.
it was a message to AT&T. It was somebody who was disgruntled. Two, it was a message to the government of Nashville, because the AT&T building is twofold. It's a landmark of ours. It's like if you were in St. Louis, you would go after the arch, that's a landmark of St. Louis. So we felt like they went after the landmark of our city. We don't know if it was to the government. We don't know if the message was to AT&T. We don't know anything yet. We don't know who did this.
But you're going to go on for an hour and a half about it.
Usually, if it's, an act of terrorism, somebody will start bragging about it, that they did it. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, by the way, AT&T is down right now. Hold on a minute. I had a message from my friend posted on Facebook. Let me go there really quick. I want to read to you AT&T's press release. Let's see here. Tracy, there we go. There it is.
I'm fucking
Latest
bored
statement
of
from
this.
AT&T. Our team continues to work.
Yes, I know. That's wonderful, Jack. I'm fucking bored with this. We're going to watch another one of his videos because I can't. I can't listen to this man talk about nothing. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna play the fucking chocolate dip candy canes again.
Can't believe that Daniel.
I know we already played it, but that video got deleted. So fuck it. We'll watch it again.
Hey guys, how you doing? Well,
All right. So people are saying they want lasagna. Are you want the lasagna one, Chat? All right. You know what? Well, you got to give the people what they want. Fine. It's just this one's 35 fucking minutes. How do you stretch 35 minutes out of how to make lasagna? Though in all fairness, he stretched dipping a candy cane in the melted chocolate in 7 minutes. So Jackie's a master of that kind of shit. All right. All right, fine. Here we go, chat. So here's his Nana's lasagna. He found a picture of his Nana when she was like 20. Looking a little sultry for the camera there. Giving the old come hither eyes. I don't know if that's necessarily the picture of my grandmother I'd want to fucking save. But all right. All right then. That's right, Jack. Jack has a very cold take. As cold and as cold as his party cheese lasagna. All right, so this is Nana's Christmas lasagna. It's Christmas lasagna. Please, for the love of God, don't melt candy canes into it, you crazy fuck.
so my son called me yesterday. He's preparing to make Nana's lasagna. My mom's, his grandmother's lasagna. My older son, Garrett, okay? Jack Jr. ain't gonna cook for nobody. But anyway, so I love them both.
You should choke him out again then.
Garrett wanted the recipe. So we took the time to write down the recipe. I realized I don't believe, I mean, maybe I,
It's Grandma McStabbins. I'm telling you, she had a bit of a come hither look in her eyes there. I just, God, I don't know if that's that might have been some private pictures meant only for Grandpa.
maybe I'm losing my mind. I've already done this video, but I don't believe I've ever documented Nana's lasagna. This is her Christmas lasagna, okay? So we're gonna do it just like she did every Christmas. This isn't how we made lasagna throughout the year. This is for special occasions. 3 meat meatballs It was just beautiful. I'm going to run down all the ingredients with you. As you can see, it looks like a lot, but you know what? Growing up,
Well, I'm just happy there's no Cool Whip or fucking mayonnaise involved in it, Jack. So I'm gonna give you a pass on the amount of ingredients because at least they're all seemingly somewhat appropriate for fucking lasagna. So
pasta was inexpensive, and she would make this because it was less expensive than like prime rib or something.
Chad saying his grandma was a demon in the sack. She might have been. She might have been. That's that weird thing of life. You gotta remember your sweet innocent fucking nana. At one point, at least at one point in her life, she was sucking a dick like she was dying, and it was the cure. All right, it's just a reality you gotta come to grips with.
But it became famous in our house. And in fact, obviously it became famous with other people over the years because like we couldn't find ricotta cheese. We couldn't find mozzarella cheese, sorry. We couldn't find some of the ingredients we needed for lasagna. We're thinking, what is everybody making lasagna this year? So we brought it all out and we're going to run through it all with you. We're going to document Nana's Christmas lasagna. All right, we're going to start with all our tomatoes, diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, puree, any type of a tomato or a tomato sauce in a can. You want
J-Dog in the chat, Jennifer Dahl, she asks, who makes lasagna with rigatoni? Jennifer, you're talking about a man who mixes Cool Whip and Jell-O with fucking pimentos and bell peppers. And shredded American cheese, okay? This man is a madman, okay? Rigatoni on lasagna is nothing. That's nothing in this man's world, all right? That is normal, all right? That is completely normal.
Yeah, you know, we got the recipe down below. We tell you how much we use. We used to use diced tomatoes. This is the brand we used to go for. Tammy and I like this brand. This has a lot more flavor than the other brands.
Again, I'm going to compare him to Babish again because that's a cooking channel I really, really like. In fact, the basics with Babish is very, very good to learn a lot of stuff from. But like Babish would be taking tomatoes and dicing them up. And he might say, well, you could get the canned diced tomatoes if you want, but obviously it's going to be better if you do it this way. And like, Babish literally did a video on making chicken wings at some point where he then was like, well, chicken wings need blue cheese, which, by the way, I prefer ranch because blue cheese is fucking disgusting. Like, blue cheese tastes like ranch dressing you left out in the sun for a while. But he's like, we got to make blue cheese, right? So this motherfucker makes blue cheese dressing. It's like, come on, Babish. But, you know, people are just going to buy that. Right? Like, let's be real. Ain't nobody got time to fucking make the dressing, all right? It's a miracle if you got time to make the wings. But that's just, Babish is very thorough, I guess you'd say. He's going to teach you how the fuck to cook, all right? And there's probably going to be a lot of steps in a Babish recipe you're just going to fucking skip. But not Jack. Jack just buys shit at the store and dumps it into a fucking pot. Motherfucker doesn't even measure. Like, you've heard of, you know, measure twice, cut once. Well, no, Jack's philosophy is measure never, YOLO bitches. Like,
let me just run down everything. Oregano and basil is a definite. We have both stacked here. Olive oil, of course. Garlic, of course. Onion, of course. We always do hot. One package hot, one package sweet. You do whatever you like. 2 eggs are going to be for the meatballs. But there are 3 meatball. The Italian way is beef, pork, and lamb. We got beef, pork, and lamb. Okay? Then you got the mozzarella, which is the mozzarella cheese.
The mozzarella.
You got the my mom would say Degath. She go, here's the Degath. It's not Degath. It's ricotta cheese. Maybe the Italian way is Degath. I don't know. But here's basil, Italian breadcrumbs. She would use rigatoni for her lasagna pasta. she would do. Well, we'll show you how she did it. But she'd use rigatoni
It's
in this
okay,
dish.
Chad. He's gonna
You'll
show
see
us.
as we put it together. The most
all
important
makes
thing
sense.
is this bottle right here I'm holding on to. This is what makes the flavor. I can't explain to you why, but if you leave this out, it's going to be a bummer. All right, you got to use Merlot. Put some Merlot in that sauce, and it takes it to a whole nother level. And I believe, we have a tomato paste here, and I think we got everything. Are you guys ready to
Nobody
start
ever
going
thought
it?
to cook with alcohol before.
I'm so excited because we're finally documenting this. I love you, Mom, by the way. All right, guys, I just wanted to add one more thing. Tammy reminded me the reason that you use the wine is not to get drunk. It helps with the acidic.
Yes, Jack. Yes, Jack. I know. You fucking idiot. Like, guys, did you know if you go to fucking TGI Fridays and order the Jack Daniels wing, it doesn't, like the Jack Daniels sauce food, it doesn't actually have any fucking alcohol in it? Yes, Jack, because alcohol is a very, very fucking low boiling point. So when you cook with alcohol, the actual fucking alcohol in it burns away. And you just get the flavor of it. Okay. I know that, Jack. I know that a wine sauce doesn't, or a vodka sauce doesn't actually get you drunk, Jack. I understand that. You fucking idiot. Somebody in the chat says, yeah, Babish is too much for me. If I want tips on chopping onions, you don't start by forging a knife. Yeah, if you want to learn how to chop vegetables, Babish is going to give you the riddle of steel first. But I love that about him, though. I love that about the guy. I love that you could just be wanting to, like, I just want to learn how to make some wings real quick. And he's like, here's how to make your own fucking blue cheese dressing. It's like, calm down, dude. All right? Somebody says I would laugh if he was using boxed wine. Says those Jack Daniels ribs are wonderful. Yeah, the Jack Daniels sauce at Fridays is fucking awesome. I haven't been there in a while, but man, that's good shit. I used to like to get the Jack Daniels chicken and shrimp there. Jennifer says, I'd have more respect if you used boxed wine. Like, if you're going to trailer park this shit, do it right. So you're saying you should go full ghetto on this shit. Yes, Chad. Garlic in a jar, too. Garlic in a jar. Well, like, you're doing it. Like, look, I understand if you're actually cooking for, you know, like, okay, you're having guests over. You got to get this done quick. I get that. You're going to take some shortcuts. I understand. All right? And maybe, like, I don't have time to dice fucking tomatoes. I'm just going to grab a can of fucking diced tomatoes. Like, I get it, okay? But he's doing a cooking show. Like, theoretically, this is all he had to do today. And he can't be bothered to chop some fucking garlic or tomatoes. Now, on the other hand, he only has one good fucking hand. So you got to take that into account, too. So he says Italian sausage plus lamb and pork patties would make that sausage so greasy. Yeah, I would think so, too, man. I mean, if you just, like, I don't understand what's wrong with just some fucking ground beef in there, you know? I mean, if you're gonna step away from ground beef, you might as well go, like, really out of the box and do, like, fucking chicken or lobster or something like that. But yeah, just generally, just stick with some ground beef and fucking lasagna. Like, what else does it need?
It helps with the heartburn. Some Italians will put sugar in their sauce. I don't do sugar, of course. So I'll be there's some sugar already in the wine, but this will help break down the acid and help with everybody with indigestion or whatever. It's got to be a red wine, though, okay? So if you don't like Merlot and you like another red wine, then go with that.
Alex M.
Come on. Yes, I know I should have ad blocker, but I don't because I'm retarded. All right, so get over it.
Okay, so when my mom was alive, I helped her do all this, and then Tammy took over the tradition for a while, and I would help Tammy do all this. So documenting this for the first time ever.
Look
so
at
that
his
it will
dead
always
arm
live
just
forever.
hanging there.
I'm very excited. I'm getting more excited as I get deeper into this video, all right? So first, let's take, this is pork, okay? It's very important. My mom was a stickler. It's hard to find ground lamb, but it's a 3-meat meatball in Italy. It's usually beef, pork, and lamb, all mixed together, okay? It's got an incredible flavor. You don't want to miss this step. If you can't get lamb, order it ahead of the holidays and get yourself a pound of lamb. There's many meat companies that ship now. So we're going to start with this pork. I got this pork from my buddy Paul. Thank you, Paul. I want to thank you. I guess he slaughtered a pig and gave me a whole bunch of stuff. So this is from my buddy Paul. So he's being a part of my Christmas lasagna. All right, we're going to dump it in the bowl here. And then that's lamb, right? Okay. Sorry about that. I had that.
Is he just using regular
It's hard to
pork?
tell
Like,
when
wouldn't
it's
you
raw.
use Italian
But this
sausage?
is the ground lamb. We got
If
this
you're gonna,
at Kroger.
if you're gonna stick to
Yeah.
pork, I would
so
think.
if you have a Kroger near you, you got to look. They're
I don't know,
packaged by
man.
the
I just
pound.
never go with
Ground
anything
lamb.
other than ground beef when I'm making Italian stuff.
And of course, ground beef you can get
Or
just
again,
pretty much
maybe
anywhere.
I'll
But get a
go
good
with
ground beef.
chicken
Get like a
or-
grass-fed ground beef.
Or like shrimp
You
or
want
lobster.
all your
if you're really
ingredients want to be
squirrely.
the best they can be. So don't just use dried basil, but use fresh basil leaves. If you got to buy the plant, buy the plant. All right. So you got all this. Now what we're gonna do to this meat? We're gonna mix the meat, but we're first gonna
With
season
your one
it
hand.
like we
Look
do
at his hands just hanging there
hamburgers or
dead.
Meatloaf. All right. We're
He
gonna put our
really just can't
seasonings
fucking.
in.
It's just dead.
So you want 2 eggs as your binder. All right. So you drop 2 eggs in there. And we're going to spoon this wet garlic into the mix. Go ahead, sweetheart. Yeah, I don't want all that juicy.
He's just got
because
one
it would
arm.
be too garlicky. It would overpower everything. So we got 2 big scoops of garlic. That's approximately, what, 3 to 4 cloves?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we got a little bit of onion from the Amish market, a little dried onion. Put that in there.
Ew,
and this
Amish
is how I
food?
do my hamburgers. And
Fuck
my
is wrong
meatloaf
with you?
tastes just like my hamburgers. It's weird. So I put lots of onion because that's one's coming out the slowest. There we go. So we got the egg, the garlic, the onion, and I don't put these in yet. So I'm gonna mix it first. Then we're gonna pour in, and you want to get the Italian breadcrumbs, okay? So we're gonna put those in a minute, but let's get everything blended together first. We want the moisture right now.
You really need the
Then we
eggs
throw
and the
breadcrumbs
breadcrumbs.
in to take up the moisture a little bit. Hey, how come you get to mix it? I thought I was gonna do it.
No.
Well,
You
why
have
are you
one
stealing
hand.
my thunder? I'm serious. You know how great it is to squeeze the eggs?
You wanna
I
do it
dig
with
up.
one
No,
hand?
you already destroyed the eggs. They're done. They're dead. There's no squeezing.
It's as dead as your arm.
Here, I'll rotate the bowl.
There you go, Jack. You useless.
Is that
fuck.
better? Make sure you grab the gloves right away before your wife gets them. Okay? And so you get to play this fun. Now let me show you the breadcrumbs. We got it mixed. We're just going to kind of cover the whole top with breadcrumbs because it will all get absorbed.
Good God.
Keep
That's a
that
lot
on
of
hand.
breadcrumbs.
That's approximately about half a cup. I'm not sure. You're just gonna eyeball it. Just gonna mix that in. If it still feels wet, throw in. You want it to feel like wet sand, not anything wetter than that. So,
Remember, like the
it's
novelty
too
sand
wet, throw in
Nickelodeon
more
used to
breadcrumbs.
sell?
you more breadcrumbs?
Probably, yeah.
Hold on a minute.
God, you're just gonna put the whole fucking thing in there, aren't you?
We almost use like 3/4 of a cup to a cup of breadcrumbs. When you have 3 pounds of meat.
Oh, you're getting good, honey.
I'm just telling you, that's typically.
My wife is so amazing at cooking. She's been my backbone. Oh, we lost a piece.
Pick it up.
Well, hold on. There we go.
There you go, with your dirty fucking.
We'll give that to
functioning
the
hand.
relative we don't like. We'll give them that piece. I'm just kidding. All right, so basically, these are the meatballs. So you're gonna roll these. We'll show you about how big to roll them in just a moment.
That Pretty good, I think, right?
Yeah, we got the seasoning all throughout here. Don't be afraid of seasoning, okay? Seasoning is not like baking. Baking, if you put too much, you ruin the dish. But seasoning, you can never over season. I've never been arrested for putting too much garlic in something.
Well, yes, it's not actually illegal, Jack. Goddamn fucking ass. Susan, you're fucking killing me.
Choose great taste
Another one.
without the waste. Brita, drink like you care.
I'm in the way. I'm in the way. I'm in the way. Whoop! Ouch. Okay, I'm not in the way anymore. I'm over here. So anyway, Tammy's gonna show us basically the kind of size of a meatball you want. What do you think? 1 to 2?
1 to 2
1 to
inches.
2 inch meatballs. Don't go too big because you're gonna need to brown these up. And if you go too big, it takes too long, and the outsides get overcooked. It's a big mess. So I will show you in a moment.
Surprised you're not boiling them in
Beautiful.
mayonnaise, you crazy fuck.
And remember, the smaller you make the meatballs, the reason we do 1 to 2 inch meatballs, just like that, is so that everybody gets some, and there's still some left over for you at midnight. Nothing's better than leftover holiday food. Look at this. Would you say 24, honey? 24 meatballs were made out of that 3 pounds of meat. And all the meats are mixed and seasoned. Beautiful, gorgeous. And now about the other meat, the Italian sausage. One is sweet and one is hot. So this is how I treat my sausage. It's super simple. The sausage.
Please
you have
tell us
nothing
how
to
you
do but
treat
cut
your
it in half.
sausage.
So you're gonna take a knife. You're gonna press through on that.
Oh, that's
I
brutal,
leave it in the
Jack.
package. Take the plastic off the top so you don't get it in the meat.
That's the most he's gotten out of that
Just
arm in
basically
fucking years.
Cut right through. Okay.
Right through the
reason
styrofoam,
we did
too.
this because not everybody got sausage at Christmas because we ran out. So we cut them in half and then we cooked them this way, and everybody was able to get some, and there was still leftovers. So it worked out really nice. We got meatballs done. We got sausage cut. Browning time. You ready? Meet me over at the stove. Okay, guys. Oil, olive oil in this pan. We're gonna heat that up. Olive oil in our big skillet, both from the Rock cookware that I'm madly in love with. It would be the #1 Christmas present to anybody. All right, so let's turn that on. All right, you got it on medium.
crank it
high,
up
got
all the way,
flame,
Jack.
Double check it. There it is. Do the same thing with this one. Whoops, that's the back
All the way.
flame.
All the way, Jack.
There we go.
Just leave the gas on for a
Medium
while.
high, make sure you got a flame. Yep, got a flame. All right, so what we're gonna do? Heating oil in both of these. I'm doing sausage in here, meatballs in here. I've got all my meatballs over here. I've got all my sausage over on this other side. We're gonna tag team.
Okay, maybe it's just the way the camera's hitting me, and I never thought I'd say this about Jack, but it seems like maybe he could have used a little bit more olive oil. I don't know. Maybe it's just, okay, I know it hasn't heated up yet, no. But it just if these turned out burned as fuck, I'm not gonna be surprised. Let me put it that way.
We're just gonna go back and forth.
And I never thought
Get a
I'd be
big
tell
bowl,
Jack to
put
use
all
a
your
little
meat
bit
in
more.
there,
Or
set
something.
it off to the side. We're not
Just maybe a
making
bit
the
more.
sauce just yet. Okay, we're gonna brown all the meat first. Save the drippings from the meat. Set your meatballs in.
Well, people in the chat are
You
saying
put a
it
lot of
doesn't need that
meatballs
much
in.
oil.
Make sure you can roll them around. Don't put too many meatballs in. Space them out. You need to add a little more oil.
I don't know,
Add a little
Chad.
more
I would have
oil.
maybe had a
We're
little
not
bit
deep
more.
frying them. We're browning them. Okay. The beautiful part is, as these sausages cook, because they're cut,
I guess it is
Tammy
spreading
brought
a
up a
bit
good
more.
point.
now,
The
see?
juices come out and get into the sauce. I've already got one whole package in there. Take your time. It's going to take about an hour to do all this. As you can see, we're collecting all our meat. You got to be careful. One thing, super important. A kid may walk by and do that. And you lose a meatball. Gone. All right, I'm going to show you a little trick. So when I'm trying to rotate a meatball for cooking, I use
You say olive oil. Jennifer's saying olive oil smokes really fast. I probably would use butter for something like a meatball. So I don't know. maybe a spray or something, because I just, I mean, something that's like round and thick like that, it's kind of hard to cook. You know, it's the same reason I wouldn't use olive oil if I was like, you know, doing a burger on a pan like that. I'd probably just use some butter. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm not an expert like Jack. But it does seem like his meatballs are. This is what I'm talking about. See, like right here, like it's just like it ain't even cooked yet. And now he probably hadn't been turning it over enough because he's got one fucking functional arm. But it's like you just end up with them fucking burnt on one side and like not at all cooked in the middle. Probably it's burnt on the outside. It's frozen on the inside, so it balances out, right, Chet? Yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, did he use enough oil or something? Because it looks like they're just burning straight up and sticking to the pan. I don't know. I probably would have just put a little butter on it. But, I mean, I've cooked meatballs in a pan before. You know, a little bit of butter on there, and they don't turn out fucking burnt as shit like that. I can get them evenly cooked. Again, I don't claim to be an expert. I just like, holy fuck, look at this. It's like completely fucking raw on one side, and then just so black it could be fucking a Kardashian sister on the other side. Maybe he's just not turning them over enough. Maybe he's just not watching them enough. You have to cook with olive oil at a lower temp. You know, he probably does have the flame too high. That's another thing. That's probably another thing. Yeah, I wouldn't have the flame all that high. But I mean, I've done meatballs in a pan before. They're not that fucking hard. You know? I stick a little thing of butter on a pan and throw them the fuck in there. You know? Just move them around a little bit as you're cooking it. It really does feel like he like flipped them like once the entire time he cooked them. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I'm not an expert like him.
Other meatballs to do it. Watch this. So see, it's kind of raw right there, right?
Yes, Jack. I know.
So I take my meatball, set it on the meatball, and let it roll right off. See that? And now it's cooking the side that isn't cooked. How do you do it again? One more time. Boom. I use meat.
Yes, Chad. I did say I go to a Japanese restaurant every Christmas Eve. Me and my closest friends. And we went again this year because even though there was a lockdown, it was just open in defiance of the governor. So fuck you, Tom Wolf. Tried to steal Christmas, but you didn't.
One meatball, just rotate another one. Set it right on top. Boom. It's where I want it to go. This one's got a raw side. Boom. Now it does.
Look at that.
This one has a little bit of a raw side.
Completely raw on one side. Just fucking.
So you use other meatballs to roll meatballs the direction
Just fucking
you want.
ash on the other. Goddamn
Just a little
fucking
trick.
ash. This is the fourth ad on this video. I know. I should have ad
got me
block.
on my
I
insurance.
don't.
Daniel,
Okay?
State Farm offers surprisingly great rates to every.
By the way, companies, your ad interrupting my video doesn't make me buy your product. It makes me hate your product.
All right, so we're going to start blending now. You guys ready? I know my head's cut off. It's Christmas. We can do whatever we want. But this is an important step. This is when you blend the sauce before you put it in, and you blend the seasonings into the sauce. But remember, season heavily because you're seasoning for the entire sauce pot. So you may season just garlic in 2 cans. Put enough garlic for the whole pot. So it may be strong here, but when you pour it into the pot with all the other sauce, it'll disperse. Does that make sense? So we're doing 2 cans at a time, all right? And then we're seasoning those 2 cans. So let me show you how this works.
Yeah, show me how a blender works, Jack. Could it be you fill it up and then turn it on? Is that maybe how it works?
Okay, and it's with all your tomato products, whole tomatoes, diced tomatoes, whatever.
Yeah, put the juice in there too. That's good. Yeah, just fucking dump that in there. That's good.
There's one can. Okay, so we're going 2 cans at a time, all right? So we got 1 can
Fucking
in,
YOLO.
now seasoning, and then the second can goes on top. So let's like grab some garlic. You may want to do separate seasonings in each batch. You may want
I
to do
could
the
probably
same
use some
seasoning in each
mayonnaise,
batch.
Jack.
My mom always did.
You want maybe
You know,
throw some
I'll do what
mayonnaise in there?
She would do like get the season as long as you get the seasoning in for
Maybe
the
a little
sauce.
cool. Yeah, another.
And this would
good.
be
Come on,
good for
third
the whole
one.
pot.
Come on, Jack. A third
Have
thing of
enough
garlic.
Let's put some onion in.
All right, yeah, let's get some onion in there. There you go.
All right. Remember, you can't season too much. You just can't.
No.
All right. That's for the whole pot, basically.
In fact, why are the
You gotta
tomatoes even
realize
there?
I gotta
Why
put a
not
little
just make it
extra
all
in
onion
for
and
this
garlic?
batch because it's going to be for the whole dinner.
Tomatoes are just
All
wasting
right?
space.
Then we're going to take a little oregano and stay right there, plunger.
By the way, Chad, he's still gonna dump another
A
can in
little
there.
oregano in.
A little bit.
And by the way, if you season too much,
Just a little bit.
there's nothing wrong with putting a spoon in there and scooping out what you don't want. There's oregano. Do the same thing with basil.
Just a little.
So we got most of our.
You want
seasoning
only
in
about
there.
an inch
All
of
right,
basil
some may
at the
want.
top
You
there.
may want to break up your seasonings according to batches. It's all up to you. So we're going to now add our second can of sauce. This is the tomato puree. Right on top. See that
Well,
raised the
that's
seasoning
outstanding.
right up there? My mouth is watering as I'm doing this. There we go. And my mom would always rinse the can a little bit to get all that tomato sauce out of the can. I'm fine. I don't need any. If you choose to, you can. But remember, it makes the sauce thinner. You'll need to add more paste. So we're going to close this up. Don't
I hope
forget
it's
your plunger
closed
to
tight,
plug your
Jack.
hole.
I hope it's closed tight.
All right. Then you're going to... Does that go up right there? Is it on high? I want to hold this.
Like 5.
Yeah, would you? I'm going to let Tammy turn this on because I can't see the controller.
Yeah, well, if you had it plugged
Oh,
in.
there
Fire
we
it
go,
up
honey. That's a
there.
great job.
You had it plugged in.
I unplugged it for safety reasons. I never put stuff in a blender and until it's unplugged. I just don't.
For safety
So
reasons.
now let's turn
Well, yeah,
on
when
the
you
real
fill it
deal.
to the brim.
And this should mix up all the seasoning. Do I put it up a little higher?
And you definitely want to run your sauce through a blender because you don't want any.
It's all
You
good.
don't want any thickness to your sauce. You want it.
Now
you want
we
it to be
blended
like fucking water.
seasoning into this batch. We're gonna do another batch, more seasoning, another batch till you have all your sauce cans in. Follow the recipe. Season in each batch according to your liking. I'm not telling you to use garlic if you don't like garlic. I'm not telling you to use basil or oregano if you don't like that. All right. So we're gonna take this.
I'm
and
just
pour it
saying,
now
why
in a
even the
big sauce
tomatoes,
pot
Jack?
Because we're done with this.
Why not just the whole
And
thing of
then we'll
garlic
go
and
to the next
basil and
step.
shit?
All right, here's another
Go
trick.
for a
You
white
don't have to do
sauce,
this,
only
but
instead of made of
if this
cream, it's made
helps
of garlic.
My mom would always cut the top and bottom out of the can, and then it should, I don't know if it's going to, it should slide right out. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh god, it's gonna like have the shape of the can.
Tammy's
Still.
telling me to put it in the blender. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. But if you can see, it comes right out. Whoop. That was a great idea, Tammy. Oh my gosh, please put that in the recipe that we splash sauce all over my glasses. Is that cool? No, they can't see my disgust still. Can't believe
Wait,
you.
look, they can now.
That's not funny. I have sauce all over my face. Put it in the blender where the liquid is so we can get the biggest splash possible. Okay, rules of cooking pasta sauce. A bigger pot.
This man is
more
dumb,
likely
but at least he doesn't think
to
he can be
burn.
the king of
So
Tennessee.
Be careful.
That's right,
Stir
Chad.
often. Use a low flame to heat the sauce. If it burns, pour off the sauce. Do not mix the burn into the sauce. if you see a flake because you burn the sauce, don't move the sauce. You're going to take another pot, pour this off. You'll see the burn on the bottom. Leave it there. Don't mix it into all the
Fucking
sauce and
burn the
destroy
fuck out of
everything,
your
okay?
sauce, Jack.
So we blended everything.
This man can't
You-
cook
you
for
could
shit.
put a-
Does he watch
a
stuff
hot
when he
lid on
cooks?
this, but as you can see,
Or does
there's
he
still
go
some
just
kind of
fucking
liquid water
do something
still
else
in
while
here
it's
'cause
just
of the
on the
tomatoes.
stove?
So you want nothing but thickness on a pasta sauce. Either put a screen cover over this so it doesn't splash, or you put a lid on this and tip it and crack it a little bit so moisture can get out, okay? Otherwise, we're pretty much done. We're going to take this mixture. There's only one last thing I'm going to do that you don't have to do. We're going to mix it up. It feels beautiful. We took all the meat
Look
drippings.
at all the
we
like.
poured it
Look
in
at
here
it's almost like
when we browned
separated
all
on
our
the
meat.
side.
All the little bits, you can see little dark bits. That's all from the meat. Okay, so the last step I'm doing, you don't have to do this, but the last step I'm doing, my mom raised us on. These are red pepper flakes. Just
That is a.
sprinkle little
Oh
bit,
my
not a
god!
lot, 'cause you
I
got
thought he was
family
gonna dump
coming
the whole
over.
thing.
Just put a little heat in there. That's it.
That's a lot, though.
Okay.
I mean, I like spicy things,
Just
but
a
like,
little bit will be great.
if you know, are you planning to serve this
Right?
to other
And then
people?
get that mixed in. There you go. And then you want to cook everything together. So we're going to add in the meat in a minute. First, I'm not putting the meat in yet. Going to warm this.
I
First.
really thought
Get
he was
it
gonna
to a
dump that
warmer
whole thing of red pepper flakes in
Then add the meat. All right, guys. Most important part while it's warming is Merlot wine. Now, if you have a normal Merlot wine bottle, you're going to pour in about a third of the bottle, which is about a cup of wine. I'm eyeballing it.
Of course you
I
are.
promise you, if you forget this step, it won't be the same. Okay, you got about a cup in there.
Again, some people
This
say
is what
measure
makes
twice,
the
cut
sauce.
once.
And you use this anytime
Jack
you
says
make
measure
sauce.
never.
Use Merlot wine, or you can use Burgundy. It's a little bit cheaper, but when we were able to afford better wine, my mom would go with Merlot wine. Everything's seasoned, the wine's integrated, and now you're going to heat it all. And by the way, during this heating process,
That's
you don't
right,
put
Chad.
out
He's like
any
Neelix.
alcohol. So you have nothing to worry about. Okay, once this gets warm and bubbly, we'll show you the next step. As you can see, the whole surface is kind of moving and simmering a little bit. You see bubbles breaking. That's when you add the meat back in. So go ahead and get your meatballs and submerge. Make sure everything gets submerged. So you want all the meat to be flavored by the sauce, and all the sauce to be flavored by the meat.
You want that
Okay,
burnt
see all the
slash
meat's
raw
in there
meat.
now?
Look
You
at
gotta
how
be
fucking burnt it all
gentle
is.
So you don't break up your meatballs. It's not going to make big difference, but you'd like the meatballs to stay intact. So you gently stir. Gently stir all your meat in. We got like 4 packages of sausage and 24 meatballs in this pot.
You got
Everything, make
burnt
sure everything's
piles of
under,
ash.
submerged. You want to test your meat, make sure it's cooked, grab a meatball, make sure it's where it needs to be. But if all your meat's already cooked because of the browning process, then you only need about 15-20 minutes of warming this. If you need to cook your meat, it could be as much as an hour. All right? The longer you simmer this and stir gently, always do like the perimeter, okay? That's where the water will be. This will thicken up.
Thank you,
got
Mr.
paste
Wizard.
in here. Oh, smell! You guys have no idea how good this smells. Okay, guys. While the meat is in the sauce, flavoring the sauce, we're gonna go to boiling water and cook your rigatoni according to the box. We usually do about 2 pounds. Depends on how.
Yes, Chad, I do remember when Neelix almost destroyed the ship with cheese. Oh, that was amazing. So Voyager had these weird, like, there were parts of Voyager's computer system that were almost like an organic nervous system or something. It was this weird experimental cyborg tech, whatever. That's not the point. Point is, Neelix, his dumbass fucking tries to make cheese in the fucking kitchen. And, you know, I mean, cheese is basically just controlled spoilage. So he makes cheese out of some alien fucking milk. I don't know, maybe it was the blue milk that fucking Luke was drinking. in that terrible Star Wars movie. So he's making cheese, and a fucking bacteria gets all up in the air vents and infects the fucking organic parts of the ship's computer. Voyager's just completely fucking breaking down because this idiot tried to make cheese. That is some alien milk. It just had no safety protocols whatsoever. It almost doomed them all. Oh. Jack is the Neelix of the 21st century.
Who you're feeding. So go ahead and pour the water's boiling, so go ahead and pour your pasta in. Rigatoni is what we use. That's what we recommend. Alright, so let's go ahead and mix this up real quick. You always mix it right away so it doesn't stick to each other.
No shit, Jack.
So the heat of the water will take the starch off. See how they're all still separate? So mix instantly. Okay, once you've mixed instantly, mix every few minutes to keep it separate. If you're a little afraid, you put a drop of oil in there. I've seen people do that. I don't do that, but you never know. And then you come back in a few minutes, give it a mix again, make sure these pieces aren't sticking together.
Yes, watch what you're cooking.
Piece individual. All right, guys, see this little colander? This strainer is kind of a yellowish orange. Well, this honestly was my mom's, and she gave it to me when I moved out. So this is something I have from my mom. Like my pasta bowl, I have a pasta bowl from her. I have this. I have a pot that was always hers. So these things last forever. So anyway, I'm using this in honor of her. So let's get started. I'm going to back away and let Tammy build it the way she does. My mom taught Tammy how to do it, and Tammy's been nailing it and making it better every year. Okay, first thing you want to do is line the bottom. Take 1 spoonful of sauce, maybe 2. All right, and make sure you just shake it to where you've completely coated the bottom with sauce. And that's what it looks like. And that's it. That's the first layer. All right, next layer is a little more tedious. You're going to line up an entire layer of rigatoni. And they should lay side by side. Don't press them into the sauce.
Yeah, that's tedious because you're not supposed to use fucking rigatoni for this.
Don't pile too many. You want a single layer. Okay, now we have an entire layer of pasta. Then you take spoonfuls of ricotta and break it up along the top of this pasta. You want little clumps of ricotta cheese. It'll melt and disperse.
You ever put ricotta on a pizza, Chat? It's pretty good.
The top and make a layer.
A few clumps here and there on top of pizza.
Of cottage, no, why am I saying cottage cheese? I mean ricotta cheese. Oh, that bell means that Jack Jr. has arrived. Mm-hmm. I guarantee he's gonna steal a meatball. Honey, we got the meat away. Hide the meat. He just got off work. He's a working man now. So proud of him. So this video is for Jack Jr. as much as it is for all of you. So that as Jack Jr. grows up with his kids, that he can make it the same way.
Okay. So that's there. So now then you go and just sprinkle.
Just sprinkle a little bit of sauce on the next layer.
That sauce looks really dark.
All right, the next level is your mozzarella cheese. You got squares that should fit perfectly. If not, overlay them a little bit. You can't have too much cheese. It's like too much garlic.
He's really going with slices of fucking mozzarella.
And
Wouldn't you just go
layer
get a couple of balls of fresh
cheese.
mozzarella and cut it yourself?
We purchased about 2 pounds.
Lazy fuck.
Because we'll use it on sandwiches too if we have too much. So we always buy extra. We never want to run out of merchandise. So we got it all layered. And the last piece is going in. And you start all over again, right?
Yeah, then you just start. Then this layer you don't put sauce on.
Yeah, don't put sauce on this layer. Just start a layer of pasta. And you don't have, you can use mozzarella, I mean not mozzarella. You can use, what's the other pasta? Rigatoni, mascioli, that's it. You can use mascioli, but it's going to be a little bit smaller pieces. And they're not big enough. You can even make it any layer of pasta. You can do the tricolor pasta. You can do pasta shells. We don't care. As long as you make a layer of pasta.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Okay, and if you want to use the no bake pasta, you'll have to research that. I mean, you can get regular pasta, lasagna.
What the fuck is
sheets.
no bake pasta?
You can use those if you want. I'm not claiming to use those, or this I know will come out perfect.
So it's always best to make your pasta the day before, because then it just.
You're
can
right,
sit and all you
Chad.
have to
That
do is
sauce
just
does look like ketchup.
Put it in the oven and bake it.
It looks so weirdly dark.
You mean your lasagna, right?
Sorry, yeah, your lasagna. So
No, that's brilliant. You make everything ahead of time, guys. You wrap it and then you pop it in the oven when you're ready to serve it, just to get the cheese all melted and golden brown. All right. So how many days ahead are we?
We're about 2 days.
We're like 2 days from Christmas Eve. This is for Christmas Eve. We have prime rib for Christmas dinner, so we're doing this for when people come over on Christmas Eve. We can partake in this and share with people, and it should work out every single level.
You're just
probably
gonna let
get,
it
what,
sit
2 or
in the
3
fridge
2 or 3 levels.
depending on the
for
size of
days
your
at
tin.
a time
If
before
you
you
get a
cook
deep
it.
dish tin, you get 3 levels. If you get a regular tin, you get 2 levels out of it. So I'm being completely honest with you guys. This one is for Christmas Eve, so we're gonna just put foil over this and pop in the fridge, and then we'll pop in the oven.
You're just
on
gonna let it
Christmas Eve.
fucking
So we made this
congeal.
ahead of time.
Just
This
oh
little
my
baby
God,
one
you
over
fucking
here,
maniac.
this is for the show. That's for today. We're gonna put this in the oven and bring it golden brown and show you what it should look like before, like when you serve it. Okay. This one's for me to taste, and this one is for Christmas Eve and our guests. We do have people coming over on Christmas Eve, bringing gifts and stuff.
They
and
better not
we
tell
wanna
you,
have
Governor.
something to share with them. Okay. So this one gets put away once again. Cover it and break it out when you're ready. Could be Christmas Day, could be Christmas Eve, it doesn't matter. We finally documented Nana's Christmas lasagna. And then I want to talk about the garlic bread really fast. So give me 1 second to go grab the garlic bread. Okay, guys, so we got our Italian bread here, and this was literally $1 at Walmart. It's super soft. It's super perfect. And I'm sorry, not Walmart. Excuse me. Was this Walmart? Yeah, we got the bread at Walmart, but this garlic spread we pick up because we like it, and it's perfectly seasoned and everything.
Again, this lazy fuck. He has a cooking show. Again, let's go back to Babish. Babish should be showing you how to fucking make a goddamn loaf of bread. And they'd be showing you how to make a garlic spread. And they'd be like, all right, so when your bread's done, you cut it up, and then you put the garlic spread on it. But Jack is like, I bought a loaf of bread at the Walmart, and I brought this thing here. Jack literally just buys shit at the store and throws it the fuck together. And he's made a cooking show out of this.
You can see the colors. Okay, this is the spread we use. This is from Kroger. Okay, find a good garlic spread. This was, how much was this per container? Like $2.50. Okay, this will do 2 loaves. So we'll do this one and another loaf for our guests. Now, let me tell you how to cut the bread. Now, me personally, if I was doing it, I would cut the bread like in chunks, like this. So you get thick pieces of garlic bread, kind of like Texas toast. And then I would I'd put the spread on each slice. But Tammy does a little bit different. She'll slice the bread all the way in half. She'll butter the entire surface. We'll toast it in the broiler in our oven, and then she'll cut it. And it comes out perfect every time. This is the biggest warning
Chad
I'm
says
giving
never
you.
go to Walmart for bread. Just
Literally,
never go to
if you're
Walmart.
using your broiler, this
If you
will
can help
burn in like 6 minutes. So be watching every minute. Look every minute, because this will burn, and then you have no garlic bread for your dish. Okay? So that's my recommendations to you. I do the garlic spread from Kroger. I do the bread from Walmart. Do whatever works for you. Watch your bread. It will always burn. Also, the best way to toast your bread is put it on the bottom shelf so it's not close to the flame. It takes a little bit longer to become golden brown. You'll know when it's done. Just watch it. All right?
Yes, Jack, it's toast.
All right, so that's a glimpse of how the big one should look. This is the baby one, but the big tray on Christmas Eve is gonna golden brown, a little bit on the tops and the edges, and let it set for about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes, so it can get solid. So when you cut it, it'll come out nice. So I'm gonna have Tammy pull out a section.
That's right. Spice Weasel brings up a good point. If you're gonna do what Jack does, why don't you just buy the fucking pre-made garlic bread in the freezer section? Yeah, if literally you're gonna put that little fucking effort into it, just get a fucking frozen packet of Texas Toast. Like, there you go. I mean, if you don't give a fuck, then you don't give a fuck. Like, don't give a quarter of a
about
fuck.
10 minutes, starting to pull away from the edges. It's beautiful. You can take a knife and just cut the cheese because it may adhere to the edge.
Cut the cheese.
So just drag a nice paring knife around the perimeter before you cut. All right? Let's check this out. Okay, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that sauce. It's thick all around. You got one meatball. This is how you serve it out. You give the person one meatball, one piece of sausage, and plenty of sauce, and you got all your cheese, and you let it cool a little bit because it's got a better consistency, okay? So let me give this a try right now. So Jack Jr. is right upstairs above me. He's gaming right now, has no idea this even exists. I'm going to have Tammy make him a plate. We'll bring it up to him, and we'll surprise him. He's going to be like, oh, it's just like Christmas. All right, let's give this a try. Just dig in. Oops. There we go. It's going to be all cheesy. All right? It's going to be hot, too.
Look at his fucking dead arm hanging there. I love the AMSR.
How dare this meatball lie around with nobody paying attention to it?
Fucking just chewing sounds into the mic.
He's probably playing Call of Duty right now. But I know
Of course
for
he
sure.
is. Of course
I'm
your
having more
retard
fun.
son is a
Right?
Call of Duty fan.
You can taste the wine, you can taste the seasoning and the garlic, the onions, the basil, everything is in that meatball. The macaroni came out flawless. The cheese is cheesy, just like you like it. I'm going to go finish this. This is my dinner. So I love you guys. We finally documented my mom's recipe. It's called Nana's Christmas Lasagna. Merry Christmas from Tammy and I, and Jack Jr. and Brianna.
Now the
And we
ghost
love
of
you so
Jack's
much.
poor mother
We
can
look forward
rest.
to next year.
All right. Well, that was fun, chat. That was a lot of fun. Does he really have a dead arm? Yes, the one arm is basically useless because of a stroke. Gamer moment. Yeah, his fucking idiot son screaming the N-word at 12-year-olds on fucking Xbox Live playing Call of Duty. What a shithead. Wood Rocket needs to do a video where their talents react to cooking with Jack videos. Yeah, I bet you party cheese salad can even fucking gross out those jaded whores. We could follow the recipe or get a better lasagna from Costco. Jack Jr. saying the gamer word. That's right. A Call of Duty fan from the South saying the gamer word? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I just buy those Stouffer lasagnas. You might as well. It's better than anything fucking Jack's gonna show you how to make. Again, though, I'm just pleased that there wasn't fucking Cool Whip or mayonnaise in it. Just fucking... You're gonna want to dice up some pimentos and some fucking bell peppers. Oh, Lordy. can't remember Jack cooking a single appealing dish. Honestly, Steve, you might as well start a fucking cooking channel. Like, be better than cooking with Jack. So, all right, here's how you make meatballs. You're gonna want them burnt on the fucking one side and raw, just raw on the other side. Ah. Just absolutely black as sin on the one side. It's just completely uncooked on the other. You want that meatball looking like the fucking yin yang symbol. That's how you know it's good. She says, "What's your favorite cooking channels?" I'm a big fan of Babish. I find Basics with Babish is really good. I mean, you know, the binging with Babish stuff is kind of like novelty shit from like shows or movies or games or whatever. But the Basics with Babish series is really good. But yeah, I think Steve's Jerky needs to do a cooking channel. Like, Steve, get your shit together. All right, do a cooking channel for us. Like, you don't have to give us your secret jerky recipe, but give us a cooking channel, damn it. Oh, Lordy. I'm trying to get Aaron Clary to watch Party Cheese Salad, but he's like, no, because Matt Forney made me watch Two Girls, One Cup years ago, and I don't trust... He thinks I did that. That was actually Davis and Matt. Aaron, that wasn't me. But no, Aaron Clary needs to watch Party Cheese Salad. So if you ever see Aaron Clary going live, chat, you need to go into his chat and say, watch Party Cheese Salad. So he says, how can I forget about Townsend's? You know, I keep seeing that, like, recommend it to me. But, like, all he's cooking is, like, gross-ass fucking old-timey food that I'm just looking at, like, that looks disgusting. Like, every fucking one of his thumbnails looks depressing and disgusting, and I've never clicked on one of his videos, and I don't intend to. But damn if YouTube isn't fucking pushing the shit out of it. But yeah, Steve needs a cooking channel. You be the hero Gotham needs, Steve. Like, you could easily have... You could overtake Jack in fucking subscriptions and shit like that. Like, no, easily. Yeah, Spoonie will have a cooking channel with mac and cheese and ketchup. That's right. Spoonie will have a cooking channel where he's like fucking high as a kite, and he's like, we're gonna toast some marshmallows. He's just fucking using a Bic lighter over a marshmallow that's on a fucking toothpick. All right. Well, I think we're probably gonna wrap this up. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. You ever get that weird moment where it's like you feel like you're about to sneeze for like a minute? It's like it's gonna come at you any second. And then it just sort of never does. Oh, you know the other cooking channel I have a soft spot for? Is oh God, what's her name? Nerdy Nummies, it's called. It's this cute little fucking chick, and she like bakes like fucking cakes in the shape of nerd shit most of the time. Like, she made a fucking Kirby cake. She made like 2 half spheres of cakes and put them together, and then fucking used strawberry icing to make it pink and all. But I had never thought to do this. She made a fucking strawberry cake for this Kirby cake, where she mixed strawberry jam into the batter. She said that made it like way more strawberry flavored and way more moist. And I'm like, that sounds like that would be fucking amazing. So he says you have to be in history to like Townsend. I mean, I'm sure the history aspect of it's fine, but it's like, I just would never want to make any of that disgusting fucking food he's making. Cooking with Movie Bob is just Lindsay Ellis's severed head. Yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Oh, lordy. Is she redheaded? No, the Nerdy Nummies chick is more of a brunette. She's an adorable little thing, though. I would just love to fucking wreck her. But yeah, that's probably about it for tonight, folks. If you enjoy the content, do